How's everyone doing? Let's bring us this way. Okay. All right. How's everyone doing? It's a Tuesday before Thanksgiving, but this is going to be a timeless video. Wow, you can't see my whole board there, but well, you can see enough of it, I guess. I could adjust this a little bit, bring it up a little bit. Let me do that. There we go. That'll work. All right. Trying to close the drape so you could see the board better. Everyone getting ready for Thanksgiving? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? All right. Class, and here we go. Just two quick announcements. The first one is that Thanksgiving Day, Jen Lynn will be here with me on the Way of Positive Change at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, and we're going to be doing all kinds. She's a member of the Petty Boots Club, so some of the things will be petty, some serious, some political, and some just plain old fun. I have readings available. You can go to thewayofpositivechange.com and you can scroll down to readings available beginning December 8th. All right, so I would love to meet you, and it would be an honor to read for you. And make sure that you have record on Zoom or meet me on your laptop and use your phone to do a voice recording. All right. And my archive. I'm just going to save this and put it up as a feature video or something. Okay, so why are vision boards important? Because they help us focus. They help us dream, and they help us visualize and get specific about our goals. So the universe loves it when we're specific about what we want to achieve. And when we use the right side of our brain and we visualize and we marry that with the feelings that these pictures or this board that we're going to create about achieving how we will feel when we achieve these things, then we are in manifesting mode and we're putting it out into quantum physics. So we get the left brain and the right brain together and it makes magic. Okay, so it also helps eliminate distractions. It's a daily reminder of what it is that you're wanting most to create. And it's important to have your vision board where you can. So you can do what I did. This one I've made several on top, and taken things off, just keep updating. This went in my office first, and people are like, you're gonna let everybody see what's done? I'm like, yeah, why? I want everyone to know what I'm creating so they can help me, right? And we're gonna talk about that too in just a little bit. So I got this picture. Of course, it's framed and you can hang it anywhere. And it had a glass front on it. Now, it had a picture in it, which I removed. And I made some flowers and things like that and put it in there. So it's a nice, I built dimension to my board. But you don't need to, you can just paste over. Just make sure it's a positive picture. It can be a landscape or something like that, but you're just gonna paste over it. And you just use tape, or you can use glue sticks. And then you can hang it where it's a daily reminder. So if you want to hang it in your bedroom where it's the first thing that you see when you wake up, or even in your bathroom, getting ready for your day. It's a little large for the bathroom, but it does work. You can, well, it depends on how big a bathroom you have, doesn't it? But then I like to hang it, like where I can see it or by the window, where I can see it every day. So I remind myself to eliminate distractions and get on the responsibility list of making things happen, right? And so they help us focus and refocus. And then the best thing about them is that we can change them as we go along. 1 week to the next week, we thought, well, maybe a little bit, or maybe that's not quite what I wanted to focus on. So you can just take a picture off and put a new one on. And you can use old magazines. Amazon, actually, I know you guys don't get on me about Amazon, but they have some pretty good vision board books that are not as expensive as going out and buying a bunch of magazines. But you can get them used from your doctor's office. And yes, I have asked if there was a magazine in a doctor's office that was older. I asked if I could keep it, or I asked if I could cut a picture out of it. Yes, I did. All right. And the other kind of go the, it's a little more expensive to go get a picture, but I love it that it's already hangable. It already has the mechanism on the back. But you can use, that will just sit up as long as you don't have a bunch of wind in your house. Or you can prop them up against something. You can wrap it around a picture so it'll stand up. But you just want to put things on there to remind you of what your goals are. And where are our goals? We want to short-term goals, right? Because if we focus on short-term goals, then it helps us visualize better. It's more achievable. We can mark our success. We can celebrate our successes. And so we want to make our vision boards gradient. So we don't want a goal of what we want in 10 years. We're just focusing on what we want to achieve in these next, say, 6 months. So you focus on instead of putting on an extra $10,000, you can put on an extra one or 2,000 or 5,000, and how you're going to make it, right? So you take the big big goal and you break it down into small, achievable, manageable, smaller goals, and that makes it gradient. And we tend to believe it more. It's easier to achieve rather than just going from A to Z. We're taking the steps in between. So I read for a lot of you, and thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure. Many of you want to begin a new romance or find a new partner. And so we want to use pictures of making friends, right? Start with friendships and meeting new people. And those people know people. And when you gather together, it brings more people into your circle, right? So you want to start with pictures of making friends or attending dinners with a group of people. If your family's not getting along, then like mine was at the time, I buddy at the table. Now you can use pictures of your actual relatives, but I really think it's symbolic about people getting along, being able to speak to one another, and very long for us to achieve this one, and I worked extra hard on it. And I put it next to the love. Oh, there goes Innie. I put it next to the Masura Emoto, the hidden images of water. When you focus on water, it changes the molecular structure, gratitude or love. We want to make things gradient. And you can also use a poster board. Just get a poster board from your grocery store. Those are inexpensive, or from the dollar store. I like this because it stands up and it's not too big. And then you don't have to overthink it. You can just really, and then you can redo it. And you can get these, these are inexpensive. My David sent a whole bunch of pictures to me. And if you want to pick your color for you want it to be hot or you want it to be orange. I'm having a video problem. Okay, hopefully we'll hang in there. You can use orange to help facilitate change. red for love, green for prosperity, blue for health. It doesn't really matter. Oh my goodness, I reset the modem again before I started. Okay, well, we're just going to keep going, and if I have to redo the class, I'll redo the class. All right. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to go through your pictures, and I want you to pick out one specific picture that evokes passion, love, joy, or happiness. Pictures, and you just pick out something that you think represents happiness or joy. Now, why are we doing that? We're doing that so that we bring more happiness and joy and attract more happiness and joy into our lives. So we want to put that front and center. It doesn't matter, where you put it on. You can put it right in the middle, but up at the top doesn't matter. So just find a picture. Don't overthink it. Just find a beautiful picture that brings happiness to you, and start with that. That's just a great place to start. You can also, if you want to spell out words, you can use stickers, of course. You can use stickers to make the words, or you can find the words themselves. And I like to use, stars, and Lucky Girl sent me balloons that I've used on another one. And you just help boost it with some sparkle, right? And I used butterflies on this one because butterflies symbolize change, right? The cocoon, the caterpillar, the cocoon, and the butterfly. And we can change. We can change our lives once we begin to focus on taking small steps towards these gradient goals and achieve them and celebrate each success. Okay, so back to the picture that makes you happy. This can be a picture out of a magazine, or it can be a picture that you took that's on your phone and you can print it at Walgreens. So whatever makes you happy, you want to start there, right? And then you just want to bring more things about, if pictures of cash make you happy, then you want to find some pictures of cash, right? Friendships, a new job, and I think it's really important for you to also draw. So you want to draw a picture. So you don't want to just cut out pictures. You want to form words, right? And cut out the stickers. But you also want to draw a picture of you in this vision. It can be a stick figure. It doesn't. If you want to get a job, draw yourself receiving money from a person in whatever type of environment you would like to work in. So, and then you can get very specific. You can put what street it's on. You can make the stickers into the street and make a street sign. I wanted to have more celebrations, so I drew balloons. I wanted to fill up my schedule, so I drew out my schedule and what I wanted it to look like. I wanted to have 3 readings a day, and certain times for relaxing, and certain times for family gathering. So I drew out what a whole month would look like with specific colors denoting this would be work time, this would be rest time, this would be party time, right? Because we want to have a nice balance. So it's important that when you're drawing, you're to the brain, along again with the logic side of, all right, how many hours do you want to work? And then you make that into your schedule and you post your schedule on there. If you're wanting to retire, that's another way of, if you're wanting your hours to become less. And you want to put down a month, you want to draw it up for a specific month. And if you want to make more money, then you see yourself getting more sums of money and build it up in a gradient, in a ladder, okay? How does this sound now? Okay. Well, it's a little windy and there's some weather. It's weathering outside. Okay, so I can redo the video. We can do another. You can hear me. All right. Um, Magazines, pictures, happiness, comfort. Make sure you're picking out comfortable things. Um, uh, if you want to be able to buy more groceries, then you put what you want your cart to look like. Um, if you want to move into a new home, and remember, you're not going to, right? Okay. You're going to go to a nice safe house, to a median house, or something that's just a step up of where you are right now. All right. I also about there are some vision board creators that get real picky about not telling people what your goals are, or not showing your vision board to people. And I think this is I don't think that's good advice. I think that you need to tell everybody what your goals are, because your voice is your biggest tool in your toolbox. So if you've had a reading with me, then you know um, I talk about the starfish story. Let's say I have a starfish. I use this a lot, and I refer to this in my reading when we're talking about telling everybody what it is that you want to create. A starfish collection, and all I need to complete the starfish collection is a red starfish, and they're rare down here. Okay, so I tell everybody, I go to lunch with my friend Sue and Carol, I tell them that I'm looking to purchase this, I'm trying to find this red starfish. It's very important to me. I want to complete my collection. I go have my hair done. I tell Jessica, my hairdresser, I need to find this starfish, tell everybody I'm looking for the starfish. And then I go to meet my cousin, and then I tell my cousin at breakfast that I'm looking for a starfish, and another couple of girls that I meet up to do a book club with, and I tell them I'm looking for my starfish. So now I've employed, like 6 to 12 people to help me find this starfish. And you just mention it to them, right? And then they go off on their travels. Maybe they go to Hawaii, or maybe they're in this um, shell collection store, or they travel to Australia and they're by a reef or something, and they just go and they're like, oh, there's that red starfish. My friend Lori's looking for the starfish. And then next they're going to text me links on how to purchase it, how much it is, where I can find it, and how I can get it. Now, if I had not used my voice to tell them um, what I'm looking for and what I want to achieve, then it would take me a long time to try to find it myself, to just happen upon it, right? The same thing as if you're looking for new friends, or you're looking for a new mate. I read for you sometimes, and you need to tell people that you want to meet new friends. So you sign up for classes, and you tell people what you're looking for. I'm looking for a good metaphysical book club, you know, or whatever it is, or you start some unity worship classes, or non-denominational, whatever ways to meet new people. But it's important that you tell everybody what you're looking for. It's the same thing as if you want to get a new apartment, and say you go to lunch with Sue and Carol, and you tell them I'm looking for a new apartment, and I'm really just looking for somebody that wants a good, solid renter that's reliable and dependable, where I'm safe, and then you tell them, and then Sue and Carol go off and they have, 6 sisters and 2 brothers. So they go have dinner with them, and they tell them. And then somebody says, oh, my friend Carolyn is looking for she just said she was clearing out that big back room. A neighbor was helping her so she could rent it out. And that's in a safe place. And she wants a good, stable, good, reliable person in there. And boom, you just created magic. But if you don't tell everybody, how can you create the magic? So you have to tell everybody what you're looking for. All right, I have to tell you about the cake story, because I have an immune issue, and I changed my diet several times over this last year. So I was looking for a gluten-free, dairy-free chocolate cake that didn't taste like just artificial sweetener or something like that. And so I kept searching. I tell people, I finally found this one place at Ada's, and a lady opened, I kid you not, she opened up this Little Blessings bakery, and she's so talented and so sweet. She makes the best cake. And then I ate too much of it. That's okay. I don't eat that much anymore. But it was really, really good. All right. So you just got to put on, what you're looking for, and to live your best life every day. You guys know I celebrate like it's my birthday. Every day, remind ourselves, and then you might want to put that on there, right? And then you have happiness, right? Even and going on the best trips, and even the whales are happy. The dinosaurs are. My grandchildren thought this was funny. The dinosaurs are bringing presents, and you get presents and gifts, and 4th of July, and people celebrate you, and things to celebrate. And this is. And this was hopeful that everybody would work together, instead of being worried about ice or problems with people. So and everybody being happy and togetherness. So it's really, keep it simple. Don't overthink it. And the best thing about it is you can put another picture right over it as you're going along. You say, oh, I forgot to put that on there. And then you go, and then you get back in your books and you cut it out, or you better yet, you draw it, and then you put it on there so you can add to it. It's best just to not overthink it. Okay. And then, inside of here, you can keep pictures that you might want to use later. So you just collect things and you put them in here, right? And it's strong. There, see, there's another cake, right? With 5,000 candles on it. All right. All right. So it's important to celebrate. It's important to put the things in here that may not mean anything. You may not use them today, but you can use them later. So that way, when you use the folders, you can keep a record of your success and then put the new ones right on top of it. All right. And then, you can use a bulletin board, a cork board. Let me look at my notes. And then it's important to visualize. When you look at it, and when I used to look at this picture of everybody together and having a good diet with the Mediterranean picture there, the Mediterranean food, I would visualize, how would that make me feel if my boys and other people in the family and everybody got together and we were all breaking bread together. And then I would feel that just that yummy happiness feeling. And that makes it happen much more quickly, because you're putting that feeling out into quantum physics. So you're sending off a wave of emotion and creativity and intention. A wave of your intention. And it goes out there and it comes back. It's too difficult to explain, but it really does work. And then you can see she's, making you're creating your life. Your words and your thoughts create your life, like Louise Hay. What you think and what you believe is what becomes true for you. And when I read for people, I tell them always say positive things. Don't say negative things about yourself, because you tend to believe yourself more than you believe other people. So it's really important to say positive things, because you're always going to go where you say you're going. So you can't say negative things like, something always happens, something breaks down every time I get money, blah, 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 blah. Just say, cancel it out. That may have happened to me before, and that might be how things worked before, but I'm changing that today. And I know I can get ahead. So it's really important to focus on that. I'm so sorry the video broke up a little bit in the beginning. I may have to redo it, but hopefully it'll be a timeless video that everybody can watch. We don't have that many people here today. Oh, well, we do. We have 300 people here today. Okay. So it's important that you use your voice and you tell everybody what you're looking for, that you're employing other people to help you get there. And you also tell people, if you're retired and you just want to help with pet sitting or house watch, house check, feeding people's pets when they're gone and just make some extra cash, tell people, right? Okay. And we talked about drawing. I think that's about it. Oh, and then make sure that you celebrate your manageable milestones. That you're seeing your progress, and that boosts the momentum and it keeps you going and it helps you work harder towards your progress. So, and remember that anything that you could think to order, if you think of like she's in that bathtub, the world is your cart, you can have whatever you order. But the important thing again is to just keep it gradient. So you just keep taking these small steps towards these goals. So I think I've explained it well, and I'm sorry that the video was a little bit disrupted early on, but I think we made it through. And if you don't have, just start with the picture that we talked about, the one picture right there that just makes you happy. It brings about or emits happiness to you. It evokes happiness or joy in you because we want to bring more of that into our life. That's the first step. And don't overthink, because you can just take this off and put something else on. That's what the pockets are for, right? Okay, so I hope this has been really helpful to you. Not quite a 30-minute class, but it really isn't very difficult. Keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Just start doing it, right? And it helps just to find a picture of something that you like. It can be a field of flowers, field of sunflowers, or a beautiful butterfly, or just something, or roses can be something that's just very, very, very pretty. It doesn't have to make sense. The first picture doesn't have to make sense. Okay? All right. All right. Much love to you guys. And I will be here with Jen Lynn Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central for some silly, good, and serious Thanksgiving fun. All right? So I hope you can join us then. Lots of times, Jen and our readings just go right together and we have the best time. All right? So much love to you. And please, if this video was important to you and you're so inclined and you want to send me a thanks in the thanks button, or a PayPal, or even a love donation, that would be super duper. And I will receive it. All right. I hope that helped. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. And if you have any questions, I'm going to read all of your comments and questions. If you have any, just post them below, not in the live chat here because we're going off, but under the, when the video is posted, then you can, and then I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Okay? All right. Much love to you. I'll see you Thursday, and take care and make your board. All right.